The engines hum beneath my feet. A quiet town is falling asleep. I watch the lights become alive as gravity releases time. Every memory starts to fade in the glow of a distant flame. I don't know what waits for me, but I know who I used to be. I'm leaving with the starlight, tracing hope across the dark. Every ending breaks into a spark. I don't know where I'll end, but I know I have to start. Windows show a shrinking world. Every dream I never told. Science wraps around my chest like a promise I never kept. If I stay, I disappear. If I go, I face my fear. So I breathe and close my eyes. Let the stars redraw my life. I'm leaving with the starlight, past the edge of who I was. Every question burning us. I don't know where I'll land, but I know I have to trust. Counting seconds into space, learning how to feel okay. No direction, no return, just the lessons left to learn. The stars don't judge my name, they just light the way. I'm spinning in a borrowed sky. Planets pass me by. Every signal that I send echoes back again. Distance doesn't break the pull. I'm still tied to you. Even light years in between don't erase the truth. I'm caught in your orbit, no matter how far I roam. Every road I'm on it leads me back to home. I'm drifting, but I know it. Your gravity holds on. Sleeping under foreign stars, wondering where you are. Do you feel this subtle shake every move I make? There's no up, there's no down, only motion without sound. I forgot what silence means until it started talking to me. Between the galaxies, I'm learning who I am. No one watching over me, just the stars that understand. I left with answers in my head. Now I'm full of questions instead. Every mile we erase is proof of everything I thought was true. If I vanish in the dark, will it matter where I start? Or is meaning just the trail that we leave and never fail? I float, I breathe, I remain. No familiar shape, no familiar face. Every rule I used to know slipped away, let go. The past is quiet in my head, like a language I once said but never learned to speak again. Now I'm different than I've been. I tried to hold what pulled me down, but nothing here stays on the ground. I feel my heart begin to move, like it finally found the truth. I'm learning a new gravity, something pulling me ahead. Not the fear that followed me, but the life I haven't met. I'm falling into clarity, not afraid of where I land. I don't need the old weight on me. I'm becoming who I am. I crossed the line I never dared, left my shadow standing there. Every step I'm further from the person I was running from. I used to need a solid floor, now I don't ask that anymore. If I drift with grace. Every moment finds its place. No direction carved in stone, but I don't feel alone. you trust the dark enough. Every star was born from nothing. Just a spark, just a touch, just a touch, just a touch. No anchors, no chains. No echo of old names. I'm learning a new gravity, and it feels like breathing in. If I lose who I used to be, that's exactly how I win. I don't fall anymore. I rise. I don't fall anymore. I Static on the open line. I send my voice into the night, waiting for a sign to break this endless quiet I create. Every system's running slow. Time dissolves, I lose control. But somewhere past the noise, I believe there's still a choice. If someone's listening now, if something hears this sound, I'm not asking to be saved, just to know I'm not alone. I'm sending signals in the dark, little lights, fragile sparks, hoping something answers me from across eternity. I don't need to know the end, just that this wasn't sent in vain. I replay words I never said, like constellations in my head. Never regret a frequency, still circling around me. I tune my heart, I change the key. Let go of I'm sending signals in the dark, not afraid of where they land. If you find me where you are, take my silence, understand. Maybe searching is the point, not the answer, not the noise, just the act of reaching out into doubt. I'm sending signals in the dark, every hope a work of art, even if they fade away, I'll keep sending them anyway. Static phase, but I remain. I've been standing at the edge, counting reasons not to jump. Every voice inside my head says I'm not enough, but the engines start to rise. I feel courage in disguise, like a whisper turning loud, saying now, right now. If I stay, I disappear. If I move, I face the fear. But this fire in my chest says I'm ready for the test. I'm moving faster than fear, faster than the doubts I hear. I'd find it in a place, a destination, a name, a face. But every time I thought I knew, it slipped right through. I crossed 1,000 starry lines, still the question stayed alive. Maybe answers don't appear until you're here. I kept searching in the noise, every echo, every choice. But the silence underneath started speaking quietly. Maybe what I'm looking for isn't waiting at the door. Maybe it's the open space, the act of moving anyway. Maybe it's not something new, maybe it's becoming true. I chase reflections in the dark, trying to ignite a spark, but fire lives in letting go, not control. Every map I tried to read left no room for mystery. Now I let the questions breathe inside of me. I stopped asking where I am, started asking who I am. Maybe what I'm looking for isn't something I restore. Maybe it's the road itself, learning how to be myself. If meaning changes as I grow, then maybe that's the point, you know. I don't need a final sign, I don't need a finish line. What I'm looking for is here, and the courage to stay near. I don't need a final sign, I don't need a finish line. What I'm looking for is here, and the courage to stay near. I don't need a final sign, I don't need a finish line. What I'm looking for is here, and the courage to stay near. I keep going, not to find but to become. I used to think that home was fixed, a single point I couldn't miss. But every mile, every year, change what home means from here. I try to trace the way back then, but I'm not who I was when I left with with hope and came back changed by everything. Nostalgia pulls me like a tide, but I don't fit the other side. I'm not lost, I just evolved. That's the truth I've learned to hold. Home is a distant star, still shining where it was. I don't live inside it now, but I carry it somehow. I don't have to return to honor where I'm from. Every place I learned to stay